Hello and welcome to the second part of the ILM Level 2 Award in Leadership and Team Skills assignment for improving performance of the work team. So 2.1 of this assignment is identify indicators of underperformance in relation to own team. So we did an exercise on that, identifying some of the indicators in terms of targets and behaviours actually. So what we did was we identified all the different indicators and then we identified whether those were sort of behaviourally related or to do with outputs, like tangible outputs. So the good pass is appropriate measurable indicators of underperformance that relate to own team are described as opposed to merely identified. So I would take 4 or 5 of those indicators and give them a good description there. There's a link to the team underperformance is made really clear, and the features of the underperformance are described, and there's examples in there. So 3, 4, 5 examples, and instead of just listing them, you could say something around behaviour, then I would describe that behaviour, then I would say how that behaviour impacts or is an indicator of underperformance, and then an example. So about 3 or 4 lines for each of those. Okay, so assessment criteria is 2.2. Explain the possible causes of underperformance. So we did the fishbone diagram, the root cause analysis diagram. So we looked at the overall problem, and then we identified potentially some categories or themes around that problem, and then potential causes into that issue. So I would take 3 or 4 of the areas that we looked at. I think they were around communication and the behaviours and things like that. I would take 3 or 4 of those themes and identify all the different potential causes of that. So somebody whose behaviour is maybe aggressive in the team, and the problem is that maybe they're not achieving their targets, their behaviour is aggressive. I would look at all the causes there, and there might be something around communication, feeling of respect, feeling of valued, being clear on what is expected, having the right training and learning in place, feeling part of the team, etc. So all of the different causes there, and if there's a couple of examples in there, that would be great as well. And then 2.3 is list the actions that could be taken to rectify the underperformance. So there's a little bit of an action plan there in your assignment which you can use, and that there are clear and appropriate actions are identified to rectify the issue, with some examples in there as well, which would be really useful. There could be something around, who is in scope to authorise the action. So would it be something that you could do as a team leader, or something that the manager could do? And there's an explanation of how and why this particular issue would rectify the underperformance, and maybe indicators of that. So I've provided you with a plan. You don't have to stick to that plan, you can adjust it a little bit, but as long as it hits each of the parts of that criteria, that's the most important thing. So again, this is about lots of examples and varieties of indicators of underperformance, and it's demonstrating in this part that you recognise what underperformance is, what inappropriate behaviour is, what could possibly happen in order to address not achieving targets, and it's just giving an indicator that you're able to rectify that and understand that. Okay.